Okay, hello guys. So today I'm going to show you how to clean your Rolex watches. Okay, you don't really need advice on cleaning watches. You just need a little bit of validation, say what you're doing is okay. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you you're wrong and you need my advice. Okay, so the first thing you need is dishwashing detergent. Next is isopropyl alcohol and distilled water. So you're just going to want to put about, 6 pumps of the dishwashing detergent and the water into a spray bottle. You don't actually have to use the alcohol, but I find after a few weeks with the distilled water, this can get a little bit murky. The alcohol keeps the water stable and also keeps you from getting clogged spray heads. And in another bottle, I just put just straight distilled water. Okay, and this is my Submariner Hulk, and I have not cleaned it in a while, and I went to Utah over the weekend, and there's a few layers of sunscreen and dust, and then another layer of sunscreen and sweat, to the extent that there was a part of my arm that was just covered in dirt. Um, I don't know how well it shows up in camera, but believe me, this is really quite nasty now. You can see sort of like black stuff in between the links. Yeah, ooh, just ill, right? Ill. Like this is, genuinely dirty. So the first thing to do is make sure that you have a, well, one, it's a waterproof watch, and by waterproof I mean it's a Rolex. Um, if you've got an Omega, just don't clean it. Don't worry about it. Just leave the dirt on it. Just wait until it dies in about a year, and just let Omega deal with it when you have to service that watch. Just make sure the crown is closed. Very, very important because we're going to be involving some water here. So the first step is just rinsing it off with just regular tap water, and I do recommend just rinsing it off. Um, if you've exposed it to like seawater or something like that, just rinse it off as soon as you can if it's something like that. Then I take the dishwashing fluid and just spray it on and just use my finger. And this is what I do 95% of the time. This is enough. Just a little bit of a light rub down, and make sure you've always got a lot of liquid going onto it. That's enough. Yeah. That's all you need to do for most times, right? Like, and the less deep cleaning you do, the better. Okay, you don't. So most of like the hairline scratches and stuff that happens when you are cleaning improperly or too aggressively. Quite frankly, and it's hard to be too aggressive when all you're using is your fingers, as long as you don't have like calluses that are stronger than steel. This should be fine. So a quick rinse off after this should get you to like 90% of good. But if we take a closer look, let's see what happens. Still see there's a little bit of gunk, or a lot. So we really do need a brush at this point, and we're going to focus on these links. So a brush that I like is like one of these makeup brushes. Look, I don't know the real term, but they are very, very light. And so I do like this style brush. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. Anything else on there? There was a bit of gunk on the sides. And the last thing that I like to do is just hit it with the distilled water. The water in Nevada is like very, very hard minerals in the water. And what I don't like is if that sort of dries off on your watch, it's going to leave a layer of hard minerals, which is harder to clean than like if you dropped your watch into pudding, actually. So last but not least is to dab it dry with your microfiber. You're not trying to rub and scrape into it. I mean, if you imagine if was dust collected in this microfiber, you'd be rubbing that sand across the watch and causing those, hairline scratches that look, those spiderweb scratches that look pretty unsightly. Not going to happen so much on this, brushed steel, but on these parts here where it's polished, that's where you're going to see the most issues. And if you are as fastidious as me, I kind of like these blowers, these air compressors. I like to do that just to make sure there isn't any last remnant of water underneath the bezel or between the links, because, as I said, in Nevada, we've got very, very hard water, and I really don't need layers of mineral deposit between moving parts. Okay, so that's how I clean my watch. Now, again, I don't have a sort of like a temporary on the go cleaning sort of mode. I don't whip out the t-shirt and start rubbing at it. That's just how you're going to get scratches. And I don't recommend cleaning it that regularly. I mean, yeah, I'm fastidious when it does happen, but that's to make sure I'm not making dirt turn into scratches, because dirt alone is not going to cause anything permanent, right? So just wear the watch, and then when you do have to clean it, that's when you pay attention. Hey guys, if you liked that video, please like and subscribe. But I also have a Discord where you can chat with me directly and other people who love watches and have a lot of fun. The link is down below.